Hi guys, Andy here. Let's have a look at the NASDAQ futures. For the record, today is Thursday, December 7th. Time is around 6:30 p.m. GMT. So, as we will see in a minute in the lower time frame, we are just hanging around a bit in some area. I think for now the most important observations in the Nasdaq are that in the higher time frame we could have a complete structure from this low. So here we are looking at the weekly chart, and I discussed this also in my previous video and my previous higher time frame analysis. Like from this low we now have 5 waves up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we could be ending this wave 1 here in the higher degree, and then a wave 2 should follow. Of course, we do not have any guarantee that the end will be located right here where the current price is, because there can still play something out like this, some kind of ending diagonal as a fifth wave, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This could be our fifth wave. There are also some like a guideline and Elliott wave theory that your wave 5 can be equal to your wave 1. And so if we take this as a guideline, this could be the end of the wave 5. Then this is more or less the same length. But again, this is no guarantee. So in the higher time frame, ending structure here in the weekly 5 waves, we have divergence, looks good. This is also what we see in the daily. So from this low, we have an upward cycle. As you can see, wave 3 has the highest RSI reading. Wave 3 of 3 here, the highest. This is typically what happens in an impulse. So for now, the fifth wave here is showing divergence if we compare to our third wave. And so now we see also in the daily that the strength is diminishing. Would be nice if we could get here some kind of downward RSI trend line. So that would be an indication, or a first indication, that we are starting a downward cycle from here, and then this fifth wave can be over. But this is again like I would be happy to see this. That would be the clearest situation, but again, there is no guarantee for that if the ending diagonal scenario is playing out as I just described in the weekly. That's definitely also a possibility. And so, yeah, the main trouble now here is on the lower time frame, I would say, especially if we look here at the 15 minutes. What we are getting here, this is kind of worthless for interpretation. This can be anything. Like in my last video, I went for discount here as an A, B, C structure, but now this is invalidated as we took out the wave 2 high and we did not break the wave 3 low. So actually I can take this off the chart. But as I explained in my previous video, like you have to be careful with trying to put a count on this kind of structures. We are simply in some kind of situation that the market is waiting for some kind of trigger to make the next move, a bit of consolidation. So these are kind of hard structures to trade. Can be in it anything, like I said. First of all, if we have the scenario in red, which I will explain in a minute, then like it could be that this here was our wave 1 and that we are now working on a wave 2 from here as a corrective uh, structure. That's a possibility, but at the same time we are still in the wave 4 area, so actually we could also get something like this. So for instance, that or wave 3 was, I prefer the wave 3 here, but okay, it can also be located right here. This is just based on the 15-minute count. This is the interpretation is hard here for this kind of structures. So what we could have here from this wave 3 as a wave 4 is, for instance, or wave A down in 3, 1, 2, 3, and then here that would typically be something for a wave B, very misleading B, like expanding triangle structure could take place in a wave B, then followed by a wave C to the downside. That's also a possibility. Like, I don't want to do much speculation on this structure. I think the conclusion is we are waiting for some kind of trigger to make some kind of next move, and then afterwards it will always be easy to explain what this exactly was. But for now, I can come up with an endless amount of Elliott wave counts to label this. So therefore, it is not very useful, I think, to look at the 15-minute. We just have to wait for the next move. And so I think if we look here at the 1 hour, we could have like I would like still to see this fifth wave, as I explained in earlier videos. But okay, this would actually also go, and that is kind of a dangerous scenario. Dangerous in the sense that we are now in a situation like where the fifth wave could be in here as a short wave, like short in comparison with the ending diagonal scenario I described in the higher time frame. And so at the same time, we could have the ending diagonal scenario, which means that this here is then our wave 1, and what we are doing now is a corrective wave 2. And unfortunately, it will take some time before we will really know what this is, because again, the structure here was characterized by very shallow pullbacks. So this is again something that can play out a shallow wave 2. So for instance, like this, why not? Here, corrective move in 3, 1, 2, 3. We have our wave 2. Did not fulfill the minimum requirements for a wave 2, but these are things that happen. And from here we can start our third wave. So just to say, like, if the structure is difficult to interpret, I just prefer to admit it. If I don't see it, I don't see it. If the data does not show it, it is what it is. And I think we just have to wait for some more data, some move that could help us with the interpretation here of the NASDAQ chart. But what we are seeing now, yeah, this is kind of worthless, I would say. One day we drop between 1 and 2%. The next day we rise again between 1 and 2%, like this V-shape recoveries and drops, kind of worthless in my opinion. The first thing I would like to see is here something on the daily, actually, as I explained. If we could, for instance, go one more time here to this RSI trend line and being rejected from this trend line, this would be a first indication actually for me that something is finished here and that we are starting a pullback. The pullback can then be the wave 2 in the higher degree, here wave 2 in green, but we have to take account, or we have to consider also here, for the moment it's not my favorite scenario or my primary scenario, but we also have to consider a scenario where we have the ending diagonal structure here as a fifth wave, and then we can expect here a wave 2 pullback, followed by another 3 and a 4 and a 5, kind of choppy move, I would say, after a first strong wave 1. It could be that we then more bump around as an ending diagonal for a fifth wave. So tomorrow, some economic data. Let's see if we have some kind of trigger tomorrow. Also next week, I believe inflation data. Normally, then this always triggers some kind of move in the market. So that would also help. So for now, my NASDAQ analysis, I will not go through the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones today because we are in a similar situation. Data on the lower time frame is kind of useless, I would say, and the higher time frame, my analysis on the higher time frame is still valid, as explained in earlier videos, so you can have a look there. Okay, that's it for now. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, comment to support my work, and I see you one of the next days for another update on the NASDAQ. Have a nice day. Bye bye.